Thank you for joining us today. In this video, we're showing you how to set up a replication process between two Microsoft SQL servers with Repstance. Repstance is currently available as a paid AMI from AWS Marketplace. In this demo, we're using two Microsoft SQL servers with change data capture functionality available. tDemo and sDemo are RDS instances. We're now launching a standard M5 large default configuration instance. In order to get access to the instance, we are selecting the appropriate key. Now we can rename the instance to Repstance Demo. We will use PuTTY to establish a connection with the Repstance server. And now that the IP address is available, we will use it along with the EC2 user login. Choose the appropriate SSH key provided during the instance configuration. Connection is established, and now we need to prepare our Repstance server with RepCLI utility, which is part of the Repstance product suite to replicate data. Please consult Repstance user guide for prepare database command details. In this step, we assign source value to the database parameter. Repstance will configure and prepare the database for the capture processes. We're now providing the connection parameters: host name, port number, database user, password. In our case, both are Repstance. We're going to use MCDB databases which reside on both servers, and both databases are currently empty. The CDC is initiated for the MCDB database, and necessary Repstance capture objects are also initiated. In this step, we're preparing the target database, which is the same process as in the previous step, except the target is provided as a database role. One more time, database parameter is target. The next step is to configure the capture process, which is extracting the data from the specified source database. Now we're setting the process parameter to be capture and setting parameter ID equal to 1. Randomly selected name rep v1 will be used to configure the corresponding apply process in order to identify this capture process. Now we're setting connection database parameter. Now we're setting the DDL replication masks for the objects which are to be captured. We want to replicate all tables that are in the DBO schema. The percent symbol will be used in order to match any number of characters. Capture is now ready. Use validate command to make sure everything was configured properly. The process is valid, and we can now move forward with apply configuration. We're setting apply as a process type. ID is set to be equal to 1. We're setting connectivity parameter now. We're setting capture name to be rep v1, which we assigned previously for the capture process as a name parameter. We set rep user parameter equal to 1 in order to represent apply process as SQL Server Replication agent. Please see our documentation for specific details. Apply process setup is complete. Let's validate it. The process is valid and configuration is complete. Let's run the capture process now and use status command to monitor the process. As you can see, the capture process ran successfully, and the next step is to launch the apply process. Repstance replication processes are running now. Let's see how the replication process works. We open the script to create the table and populate it with data. This script will be running in the source database. We start creating the table. The table was created. Now let's check the results in the target database. As you can see, the table was created correctly, and we can also see all the objects created by prepare database command. Now let's populate the table with 12 records. Now let's move back to the target database and check the table. As you can see, it was populated correctly. Now let's check the server stats. We see that one DDL operation was run, heartbeat mechanism deleted 2 records and inserted 2 records, and we created 12 records in the EMP table. All these changes were successfully applied. Now we're going to create a table with 100,000 records and increase the load a little bit. Same as in previous example, first we create a table on the source and check it on the target side. We see that the table was created successfully, and now we launch the script to create 100,000 records. $100,000 records were created, so now let's check the target side. No data yet, still processing. The table is now fully populated with 100,000 records. Now let's check the stats again. The average processing speed is 45,168 operations per second. Apply process average speed is 10,836 operations per second. It took Repstance around 9 seconds to process apply with 3 minutes and 23 seconds wait time. It took Repstance around 2 seconds to process capture with 4 minutes wait time. Pretty impressive. This is the end of our demo. Thank you very much and hope to see you again.